This morning on Sky TV, Suella Braverman was asked if she was comfortable breaking the law with the new asylum proposals, and she said, "We're not breaking the law." And she pointed out that the migrants who have come across the channel, who she described as illegally, and these are breaking British laws. Well, the point is that, as was pointed out in the programme, Amnesty International has documented, made it very clear that asylum seekers are protected under international law, and however they arrive at their destination, they are not breaking the law. And so Suella Braverman simply repeated herself, but she came up with a very interesting line, and it's a line which I think is telling. She says, "We believe we are not breaking the law. We believe. Nobody in the government has said that we are breaking the law. We believe." So that is a very clear statement. She is already hedging her bets as a lawyer. She's already hedging her bets, and well, she should, because she is on very thin ice, very shaky territory. Under international law, of which we are a signatory in Britain, asylum seekers have extraordinary protections. Our problem with asylum seekers and with the boats, which started because of our failure to devise an alternative to Dublin III, and which would allow the British government to repatriate people or to send people back to the safe countries through which they first came in Europe. That's where this idea of safe countries comes from. It comes from the Schengen agreements and from the Dublin III protocol, which said that an asylum seeker should claim asylum in the first safe country. It's a British law, a British court, which observed that we should be giving people about 72 days to travel through various countries which may be considered safe, particularly if somebody has links with a country like Britain. And that was from a British law. So Suella Braverman, she is enough of a lawyer, I think, to have done her homework. Whether she takes account of that homework or not is another matter. But the language that she's used today strongly suggests to me that she's fully aware of what she's doing and she's hedging her bets. And I think this particular proposal is going to end in tears for the present government. I think this particular proposal, pandering to the far right of the Conservative Party, will almost certainly end up in the destruction of the Conservative Party itself. Now, some people may celebrate over that. I personally do not. I think a good government is aided by a good opposition. And the present government has been damaged by having a very poor opposition throughout most of its period of office. And when the Labour government gets into power, it should enjoy a good and healthy opposition. At the moment, there was an article which appeared in one of the newspapers yesterday, which suggested that the makeup of the opposition benches, should the Conservative government even be the party of opposition, would be made up of lacklustre figures, probably led by Ken Badenoch. That is as worrying as it is frightening. Suella Braverman, much like Priti Patel, is locked into an obsession that that asylum is something people are bothered about. It's not. People are bothered about the cost of living. People are bothered about education. People are bothered about the rise of their mortgages and so on. This obsession with asylum, an obsession, for example, with Albanian asylum, which is down to 10%, by the way, significantly reduced. And yet, the number of Afghan migrants who cross the channel is still quite high. Why? Because Dominic Raab didn't do his job when he was Foreign Secretary. And because there are many Afghans who are fleeing the Taliban still, and we should have sorted that out while we had the opportunity. We didn't. Now it's on our doorstep. We set this problem up for ourselves. So simple.